Should wait for everyone to come through. Hi guys, welcome. So weekend of the 14th and the 15th of May, Virgo, I think there has been quite an eventful week for you. A massive roundup to, I think, what you can say is certainly the curtain call on a lot of situations. Guys, let me know if you can see me and let me know that you can hear me. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing really well. And who's ready for the weekend? Don't forget, guys, to hit the thumbs up button for me. It lets other people know that I'm here. Also, if you'd be interested in booking a reading, you can do so on the website, rubyreadstarot.com. Sheena, welcome. Victor, welcome. Welcome, my dears. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, before we get into the cards, let's talk some astrology. So, as everyone and their grandma has been going on about this this full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio, and so Earth is daring to stand between the sun and the moon. So I'm sure you can imagine energy is intense this weekend, and I think you've all been feeling the run up to this lunation. This Saturday the 14th, I think we're very much embodying this it's the wind up to a cycle, with the North Node being in Scorpio also. Sorry, the South Node being in Scorpio also. This is almost like a lesson that we've already done. Okay, this is a lesson that we've been revised, we have been playing out, we have done, and now it's time to close the chapter on it. I think individually you'll all understand what this lesson is, but what this particular eclipse is, it's almost like a gateway, a doorway from one ending to a new beginning. And I think you will feel the energy quite intensely, and I think it will make more sense as the 6 months proceed from this particular eclipse. You'll probably understand why when I say here, whatever you decide to leave here, whatever you decide to bury here, whatever you decide to just put to rest here. Welcome Samantha Love, welcome Jose, welcome Belize. I think be very deliberate in the things that you put behind you at this point. Be very forceful with the energies you decide that you're not going to let participate in your active energy anymore. I mean, people are breaking up, people are cutting people out of their lives, they're having the guts to stand up to frenemies and people that just really don't belong in your life. But people have really been showing their true colors, and I think, Virgo, there has been a lot of attack towards your sign in particular, being a sensitive mutable 17-7. So I know that I'm saying something that I should be here. There is too much push that has been deliberately trying to get you off center. And so I think it's a good time for you to really remain that if you are going to allow yourself to get trampled by other people's poor energy or poor excuse of energy, then you'll be doing your hard work a massive disservice, Virgo. Okay, this full moon lunar eclipse is the Earth, is you, your energy, standing in between two really bold powers: the moon, the divine feminine, the sun, the masculine, the provider, and the intuitive, the nurturer. You stand, you claim your stake, you make yourself felt, you make your energy and your presence be known, and there has to be a movement forward with this. Like I said, this is like a portal that expects sudden shifts and changes. But what's really necessary here is walking through the door. Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio, the South Node being in Scorpio, it wants the greater understanding. And it's really looking to get into the feeling, to get into the psychology, to try and really see how it can make a better understanding of the experience. The thing is, when you are standing in the face of a greater understanding of an experience, you kind of have to be prepared to put yourself in the front line of these experiences at this point. Be very assertive about where your energy and attention goes, because right now you have a purpose and you have a mission, and whatever you're doing in your life at the moment is the portal. It's a transitory period, and it's exactly what needs the transformation, or it needs the moving on from. On Sunday, on the late hours in the in Europe, you'll find that it's on Sunday. On the early hours, it's on Monday, I believe, for the States, but please check your own time. Ceres is going into Cancer, and this is energy of seeking homely comfort. I think you'll find that there might be a lot of solace gained from being at home, being indoors, being around your family, those that feel like family. You might be seeking out your own family at this point. There may even be feeling like you need to stabilize and you need someone to be able to rely on, or family members to be able to rely on. So there may be certain people in your life that you'll be actively seeking out for support, or to just be around. Home vibes, family vibes, just being around loved ones. The sun in Taurus is squaring Saturn in Aquarius, and this is like the two stubborn energies sort of squaring off. Imagine the bull squaring off with fixed air. Everyone's triggered, everyone's deliberately being difficult, because this fixed energy standoff is kind of wanting to reach its own conclusion, not being very accepting of the others. Okay, so where you might be confronted with difficult people, where you might be confronted with people that are triggered and they're displaying how you in particular might be triggering them, it's really a good idea not to get involved in the standoff. Seriously, it's Taurus season. If the horns are to lock, or even if you are charging forward at someone with horns, you could cause a lot of damage. Do you know what I mean? It's better not to be in that whole dynamic. At the same token, the sun in Taurus is sextiling Neptune in Pisces, which is, I guess, about your self-esteem. And it's about how you deem yourself worthy by the amount of help that you give others around you. Whilst I say that it's a very good idea for you to always, and I think that for the rest of 2022, it's perhaps a really nice idea to focus on humanitarian efforts. Because with Neptune in Pisces, it's a good idea to connect with the self through how you help and support others. I'll take a sip of my tea there. Everybody, if you're ready, shall we have a deep breath in, and shall we start shuffling some cards? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Brianna. Welcome, love. Okay, guys. Let's take a deep breath in. I love that. Woo. Can we get some more likes also, guys? It lets other people know that we're here. If you would be interested in booking a reading, booking a counseling session, booking couples therapy, you can do so on the website, rubyreadstarot.com. So do go and check that out. Virgo, I think you're really onto something. I really do. One more time for me, guys. Deep breath in. And you know what's really nice? This isn't always exclusively a Virgo crowd in these weekend and weekly readings. So whoever is here, you're very welcome. That is the 10 of Swords. Those are perhaps an awful lot of plugs and drains, Virgo. So in the 10 of Swords, we know that it's very much the end of a perhaps difficult or a tough cycle. And I think it's safe to say that there's no carrying on with the way things were. The dark clouds are seeming to lift, and what appears before you is a new dawn. You have every opportunity at this point to ascend a new state of being, a new perspective, a new level of consciousness. Either way, I think it's safe to say that those almost look like nails in the coffin, and it's probably a good idea to, close it and keep it shut. Virgo, if you've been feeling tired, if you've been feeling drained, if you have been feeling exhausted, use this weekend to really nurture and respect your energy levels. Get some much needed rest. I feel like there is an imminent rebirth to not only your energy, but to the way that you are about to move forward. I think the things that you're about to see, you'll almost feel like you have been given a brand new start, a brand new beginning. So, like I said, cord cutting, getting rid of the plugs, and this might even be pulling the plug on a few characters in your life that just kind of drain you, Virgo. Those that deplete you. It might be time to really just pull the plug on characters that don't really wish you well or don't really serve a valid purpose in your life. Like I said, they look like nails in the coffin. And it's really up to you to decide, moving forward, who goes with you and who doesn't. I think be quite discerning with this one, Virgo. Choose if it's worth walking around with all those swords in your back whilst you're walking into a new dawn. There's a lot that can be said about how self-care and self-love would be an operative here. Because if there is a feeling of depletion, the only way to really fill those batteries back up is to actually see how much it is that you can pour life into yourself. And so, like I said, this lunar eclipse is one of new beginnings. And in true Scorpio fashion, I think you could say it is the death of a tricky situation and the beginning of a victorious second half of the year. The effects of this lunar eclipse does last 6 months, and so I think it's clear to say that at this weekend, you make a break for victory. Virgo, there is a celebration that's being taken place, and it's in your honor, and I think you very much earned and deserved this. Your hard work, be it in private, is celebrated, and I think there is victories that you find all around you, in particular this weekend, moving forward to the next 6 months. However tricky the beginning of this year has been, pre this lunar eclipse, you find yourself in the complete opposite state for the remaining 6 months of the year. Now, Virgo, like I said, nail the coffin shut, pull out the plugs. Those that were draining you could very easily be replaced by those that are celebrating you and are quite reciprocal in energy. Those are wands, not swords. Okay? So, I think be very, very sure of the self-language, the self-talk. Be very sure of the goal. It's a good idea to focus on exactly what it is a victory to be for you at this point, Virgo. I think there is every reason for a celebration this week. And I think those that actually act as comfort are present. We see the three characters in the card. That is the crone, the maiden, and the one of childbearing age, the witch. There is three generations that have come together that raise their cup. In the cup is DNA, it's information, it's codes, it's the exchanging of energy. And I feel like there's something about three generations here that might be coming together this weekend. And there might be something in the victory. There's some form of celebration, but there's some form of collaborating and exchanging ideas with not only like-minded people, but this could be ancestry, this could be DNA, it could be lineage, this could be your coven. Do you know what I mean? It could be anything. Either way, the victory, the win is to be around those that you know are authentically true in their celebration of the work that you've put in to completing a cycle, Virgo. That is the devil energy, Capricorn energy there. Pluto retrograde has had a very important message. And this lunar eclipse has also brought up this image or this idea of obsession. And so, Virgo, I do feel like there may be people that are particularly unhealthy in their attachment to you. And I think it's a very good idea for you to pull the plug on the individuals that perhaps get the wrong kind of energy. You know, they're giving the wrong kind of energy. They're not doing things for the right reason. This is a very karmatic, time right now. And so be very clear about the bonds and the things and the people that bind you, because I do think that there are binaries here, and somewhere you're having to find your way. And I think that if you use this, that's the Hanged Man, that's the Sun, and that is the Emperor. Okay, I really like this energy. That's the Five of Pentacles, and that is the card of Taurus at the bottom of the deck. So that, for me, this Five of Pentacles is very much the Sun in Taurus squaring Saturn in Aquarius. And I do feel like this is going to be a very prominent energy about overcoming triggers. The Hanged Man is the sextile of Neptune in Pisces with the Sun in Taurus. We've got the Sun present, and we've got the Emperor present also. Mars currently in Aries. So Virgo, Sun in Taurus, Moon in its opposite Scorpio, and the Earth in between. You're really going to have to grab the reins and take an awful lot of control over where you're riding off into. I say the Hangman Piscean energy, get comfortable this weekend, because you may have to really make a lot of self-illumination in places where you may have been holding yourself back. In places where you know that you really need to plug up, source up, charge up, come in from the cold a little bit and re-examine just how you might be keeping yourself stuck in a Five of Pentacles kind of place because of the story that's kind of being looped. Devil energy. This is exactly what you might need to close out this weekend. I wish and I hope that the cards are radiating the energy here of confidence, and they're really speaking through our little meeting here, and they're letting you know how important it truly is. Bottom of the deck again was the Queen of Wands, is confidence, owning it, being willing to have faith and really trust that if your path is illuminated, you can have an energetic upgrade where you begin to command and own your energy in such a way wherever you're beginning to feel the pull of lack consciousness, I don't know, stuck mind frame, certain devils, certain passionate binds. This weekend gives you a level of authority over your decision to set yourself free and ride off into the sunset, should you wish to own it. In a very Mars and Aries, I'm not taking any prisoners. And this is very much about your freedom, Virgo. Liberate yourself, I think. And I think it's very nice if you could begin to see just how far not only you've come, but this work has enabled you to see in the future, and how sunny and how bright and how luminous it is, because you haven't been doing things half-heartedly, because it's been with your soul, because you've agreed on what track you're deciding to walk on. Virgo, confidence and charisma, charm and tenacity. You've got a decision of, I don't even feel like it's a decision. I feel like it's very much a wind up this weekend of how you're not stuck and it's time to go. And Jupiter in Aries, this Emperor energy, there's a certain level of confidence that you've got to own now. And when you grow and when you expand and when you're on this spiritual evolution, you will understand how there will be times where you kind of have to suck it up and own the magnificence of your character and your abilities. I do feel like this may be one of those times where you've so outgrown even your own energetic sphere. And so if you're here victorious, ready to ride off into the sunset, please make sure that that solar plexus is what this weekend is really highlighting for you. Crystal recommendations for this weekend. I have been pulled to Labradorite. I have also been pulled to, I don't know what this is called. It's not, what is it? It's not ruby and fuchsite. Fuchsite, it's a kind of fuchsite. Virgo, if the reading resonated, I trust that you will leave it a thumbs up. If you would be interested in booking a reading, you can do so on the website, rubyreadstarot.com. This is a very powerful and significant weekend. I trust you guys will really use the adequate time to invest in your victories. You are continuously victorious this year, and what you overcome, you do with such grace and finesse, and your heart and your soul speaks, Virgo. It speaks really loud. So be proud of yourself. I am so proud of you. Mwah. All of my love to you. Take care. God bless. Bye.